But I think overall that economic activity and profit numbers right now are not on people's minds. I think the bigger picture is trade with these potential China tariffs coming out. And then, of course, politics, which seems to be the gift that just doesn't stop giving, Scott. And look, it seems like the market, for whatever reason, has decided to pay attention to things like the op-ed piece.
You didn't mention the two words that I think are on a lot of people's minds today. Fed fears. Is this all about, Shannon, the Fed?
I think a lot of it's about the Fed. I think that we're looking at September. We know they're going to go in September. If we don't go in December, I mean, I think that offers an opportunity for equities to go so much higher that I think that we're still waiting to see what the tone of that statement is in September.
Yeah, maybe the market is a little worried that you're going to go in September and December.
Right.
And it's telling you right now, maybe that's not such a great thing. Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, honestly, if we had a December hike and then we were expecting 3 more hikes next year, I think that we're going to start to feel that tightness. And I think people borrowing are going to feel that. I think that, markets haven't yet figured out what the Fed's going to do. Powell's been alternately dovish and hawkish in different statements. And so we're really looking for the Fed meeting to give us some clarity.
Yeah, Doc, I mean, S&P would have its first weekly loss in 4 weeks, on pace for its biggest weekly drop since the end of June.
Yeah.
We came into this month with some momentum.
We did.
Why are we sputtering
And
now?
then we had those questions that Barron raised with their cover into the Labor Day holiday, Judge, which was basically that these rebalancing of these portfolios, these spiders, if you will, different divisions of the S&P 500, whether it's tech, discretionary, and so forth, they're moving a lot of pieces around. And obviously, not the rest of us are not static. We have to move with it. So to the people that are tracking the XLK, for instance, Judge, tech ETF, they have to move in anticipation of the September 21st move by S&P, rebalancing all these portfolios. So did I know it? Did I trade ahead of it? And was I smart enough to foresee all that? No, I wasn't. But now that we've seen it, I think a lot of the shifting has already gone on in the 4 days of this week. And I think that is why we had that swoon that you spoke of at the top of the show.
What do you make of all this, Weiss?
Well, first of all,
you got a great jobs report, right? I mean, it is confirmation that this economy is ripping.
Yeah, I don't think that's a surprise to anybody. Like Jim said, unless it was aberrational one way or the other, and it wasn't. It's pretty much in that sweet zone where it's expected. I also don't think it's unusual for markets to stall out as they hit new high levels and consolidate below them before moving higher. Plus, don't forget, you've had the tech wreck yet again. So that gives some people pause in terms of adding dollars. But I think the market's okay here. I know it's okay. Without some exogenous event, I think we'll do quite well going forward. I do expect the Fed to go 3 times next year. And I'm not worried about it because it's going to be gradual. And what we're looking
3
at
times
now,
next year. You cool with two
yes,
for the rest
absolutely.
of this year?
I think that's in the market.
And
it's
then
in the
3
market
next year?
Yeah, it's in the market.
All that's in the market?
September's definitely in the market.
Well, September's in the market,
and
no doubt.
December's creeping into the market.
I wonder if there's a whole lot of hope out there that people think December may not be.
December is in, but to Shannon's point, Scott, if they don't go in December, that props this market up. As long as their reason for not going is that, hey, employment came in October at 10,000 or something like that.
But they wouldn't focus on one number. Their plan is set right now. The way the Fed looks at things, we heard that from Leisman's interview today with the head of the Boston Fed, that they're not looking at one number. So the die is cast for September and December already, in my view.